Well, on to the story now. South Africans and businesses relying on private security could soon find themselves without protection. The private security sector has announced its intention to go on a strike if employers are unable to meet its workers' wage increase demands. ENCA's reporter Nqobile Matlala joins us now for an update. Good afternoon, Nqobile. So how widespread can this potential strike be if it goes ahead? And what are the demands at this point?
Well, Melissa, from what we heard from the briefing from the security sector, what they're saying to us is that they basically have over 500,000 personnel under them, and they're saying that that's basically nationally in every other province. So they're saying that those people will be part of the strike that they are thinking about at this point. But before they get to the strike, they will be, of course, referring the dispute that is currently at hand to CCMA. So should CCMA not get the resolution, then they continue to the strike. But to get more details, I want to bring in Mr. Moyo. Mr. Moyo, perhaps give us an idea in terms of how are the negotiations going so far, and how many unions are part of this negotiations?
Thank you for the opportunity. I think the unions that are involved, there are 23, which are within the bargaining council itself, and then there are also 5 of them which are additional, which means in total it's 28 unions that are involved in this, which represent these 500,000 workers across the country. So the negotiation started around the 1st of April until the 8th of July. So what has happened is that we've been back and forth, in and out, trying to get a mandate, solid date, revise our mandate, but the negotiations collapsed on the 8th of July, with an understanding that the employers were offering an increase that is far below what the unions had demanded.
If I may ask, what unions, how much are unions looking for, and what is being offered?
The current offer that we deadlocked on the 8th of July, the employers are offering a percentage increment on annual every year for the next coming 3 years, which is less than 3.5 in each every year. On the first year, they are actually offering 0.5%. Then the unions, in average, they are demanding an increase of around 16% in each and every year for the next coming 3 years, which means in essence, the first year 16%, the next year 16%. In rand value, it's around 900 in each and every consecutive years as an increment. That's what the unions are demanding from grade C to grade A, which means the rand value must be increased to grade B and grade A across.
And let me just ask, who exactly are you on the table with that has decided that they can't offer this? What organizations are you speaking to?
No, currently you would understand in the sector we've got what we call employers organizations. So there are 3 of them. There's SANSIA and CEO. These are the employers organizations that represent the entire employers in South Africa and most of the big corporate companies that we are aware of in the security sector. So they represent all these employers in totality at the bargaining council.
All right, so I want to bring you in. So, I mean, he's just talking about the fact that this is everyone in South Africa as a whole. What sort of issues could we expect? I mean, in terms of infrastructure, we know that security guards generally are around a lot of infrastructure. Is this government? Is this private?
Greetings to you and the listeners at home. Look at the security industry. Protect government building, private building, and across the country. And as we have deadlocked, the process now is that we will be referring the dispute to the CCMA, and we're looking forward to 2 things. It's either the employers come to party and meet the workers' demand. If they don't meet the workers' demand, as from now onwards, we are mobilizing our members to come out in numbers and achieve what they have mandated the organized laborers to demand. And what we are demanding is a 16% across on all the grades, which is the rand value of 900 rand per month, per year.
And I mean, it's worrying because a lot of people depend on security. Does that mean that a person who's at home who probably has security in their area will be affected as well?
Yes, they will be affected all over the country, those in rural and those in urban areas. Obviously, we know that in the absence of the security, everything falls apart. And security is the second backdrop. If you look at the stats, the security, it's 2 times the number of the police and it's 2 times the number of the SANDF combined. So majority of the people of South Africa relies on the private security sector. And without the private security sector, everything falls apart. We are calling on the employers that as we refer to the dispute to the CCMA, they must come to the table and come with a meaningful offer that is going to avert the potential crisis that we, the industry, will be heading on. And we are calling on the big business that they must make sense to those security providers, that they must offer a better increase to the security officers.
Thank you very much. Well, you can hear there, Melissa. Melita, they're saying that they are calling on all these big companies as well as to just sort of listen to what they're saying, to just make sure that there isn't this national strike that they're currently planning. But of course, all hopes are on CCMA to see if they can come up with that answer in terms of the dispute.